Well, good morning, viewers. Today we have a 2008 Tundra. It was in a couple of weeks ago for some repairs and maintenance, and one of the things the guy wanted to do was a transmission service. But here's the problem I ran into as soon as I tried to remove two of the transmission bolts. They broke off, so I stopped, refilled the transmission, and ordered up this gasket. For some reason I had difficulty finding the correct filter kit for this thing. The dealer had a filter in California for 275 Canadian. So I elected to buy an aftermarket filter kit, and hopefully it's correct. I could not get the right gasket. This has the 12 bolt hole gasket, and the one that's in the kit is 20. So I didn't want to disturb this until I had the factory gasket. Even the gasket was like $75–80. So we're going to pull the rest of the bolts out of the pan. Hopefully we don't break too many off, and then I'll have to get the pieces out of the transmission. Maybe I'm going to heat them and see if that helps. Well, that was fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 broken off bolts. They snapped like nothing. Even when I tried to heat them, they snapped right off. There's hardly anything attaching them. I broke them with a 1/4 inch drive, 10 mil. So I'm going to try heating the remainder of the stud. There's a little piece of the stud sticking out, and that's why they break, because they rust. The salt gets up inside there. There's like a reinforcement spacer there so it doesn't squeeze the gasket too much, and it just eats away at the bolt until it's weak. And there's the filter, $275 filter. So I'm going to use a magnetic resonance, or magnetic induction heater, I should say. Try to heat the stud and grab it with a pair of vice grips and see if it comes out. So this is not going well. I tried the magnetic induction heater, but I think the aluminum sucks the heat away so fast. And then I tried a propane torch on this little one in the corner here, and I broke it off. So I've heated this one now with a acetylene torch. I'm going to try another one. You'd think that's a blind hole. Why would it be seized in there? I can see the ones on the side because they're exposed from the top down. Now, why would that bolt be so tight in there? Grab it with a pair of vice grips. Oh my God, that one came. That one came out. Or it's turning anyways. Well, that's 1 out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 out of 6. It's going to be a real pain in the ass to drill that one because it's broke off flush. Well, there's one. Let's try this corner one now. This will be the 4th time I'm heating this one up. And we'll get it hotter. Well, that helped. But I couldn't get enough heat with the magnetic induction heater because I guess the aluminum sucks the heat away from the bolt so fast. Wow. 4 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with this one I'm going to have to drill because I ended up breaking the nub off. Oh well, we'll continue. Well, so far I've only gotten 2 out. I got this one turning about a half a turn, but I've been working at it for a half an hour and I can't get it to go any further than that. These ones along the outside go above the rail, so the top of the bolt sticks through and rusts. This one here I'm going to have to drill out. This one here I got turning as well. And I sprayed penetrating fluid on it, but I can't get it any past that spot there. And I've been working at it for half an hour, 45 minutes. And that one I can't move at all. So I tried welding a nut on the end of the bolt, or the broken stud that was there, and it just snapped off. So it looks like I'm going to have to grind this off flush, like this one, and drill and tap 4 bolts. I can't get this one to come any further than that. And I'm sure if I weld a nut on the end of it, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to snap off. I've been working at it for an hour now, and it's like it's galled in the threads there. So there's one in. Bolts are 6 mil by 1, and the tap drill is 13/64. So I've got this one drilled in the center with I don't know, just under a 1/16 drill bit, and we're going to drill it out 13/64 now. So this filter that's in this Wix kit 58122 appears to be the correct filter, but the pan gasket is incorrect. It's got 20 holes instead of 12. The OE gasket is 35168-34020. I had to order that in, and I've got the pan all cleaned up. The gasket installed in place on it. See, these spacers here are what caused the problem, because that area around there fills with condensation, salt, and it corrodes and it weakens the bolts. I got all the holes drilled and tapped. That was fun. This one especially, I had some difficulty with this one here. Anyways, this one might be a little bit crooked, but it'll be okay. Put the pan back on, filters on. So there's the pan back on with new bolts and lock washers. That was fun. I think next time somebody asks me to do a service on one of these, I'm going to suggest we just drain it and fill it, because I'm not going through that rigmarole again. There's a couple of ways you can fill this. There's a fill plug on the side of the transmission right there. You can fill it through that, or you can, and then you check it through this check plug here. There's a standpipe inside there that sets the level with it running hot in park after you shift it through the gears. So what I do is I inject it from the bottom, about 5 liters, which is probably more than it needs. Start it, run it, go shift it through the gears, and then pull the plug and let it run out. And of course the transmission should be warm.